Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In this video, we are going to continue on with our Waterloo project update. Alright, I wanted to show you the latest figures that I have done. If you haven't come to any of these updates before, or if you've discovered my channel just recently, what I do is as I progress towards completion, I will gradually show off what I've worked on towards my my project. And currently, I am working on the second corps of Napoleon's army of the North for Quatre and then I'm going to carry over and continue on building up the armies for Waterloo, but only maybe 1/3 of Waterloo, and then split the game up into 3 different tables, 3 different occurrences. And so that's what I'm working on. Right now we're working on the Quatre Bras, but that's just a stepping stone to Waterloo. And in this video, I'm going to show you 2nd Brigade of 9th Division of Riel's Corps. It is only 2 of the 3 battalions that I need, but that's okay. I personally find that painting more than 2 battalions in a sitting will eat up too much time, and because what I like to do is paint for my project and then paint for my store. And if you haven't been to my store, go to ebay.com, of course, and then go to eBay, look for Wargaming and Miniature. That's my store there, and I will actually have painted models. I'll have new in the box models as well, but I'll have painted models from all different genres. Well, we're talking Napoleonics, World War II, medievals, ancients, etc. And maybe some sci-fi and fantasy. All right, so now this is only 2 of the 3 battalions needed for the 4th Legere, which the 4th was a light unit, and so I struggled a little bit. These are front rank models. When I ordered the light unit, I deliberately ordered them out of period. These guys have great bear skins for the, what do they call them? Are they the carabiners, right? Carabinier or whatever. These are the chasseurs, and these are the chasseurs, and these are the voltigeurs or something. I can't remember, because the light units, they changed the names of them. They're not grenadier, voltigeur, and fusilier. They're something else. And I'll put it on the screen there anyway. But I definitely specifically wanted the Busbies for the light units. I don't know, I just thought they looked cool, and I wanted to distinguish them from the rest of the light units. Historically, the French army at Waterloo, these would all be shakos, all of them, and they would have the little short pom-poms. They'd have the pom-pom with a little tuff on the top. And I didn't think that looked good enough. These are not specifically painted up for Waterloo. But then again, you can use figures for and from all throughout the period and use them for certain battles, because I plan to use these models as well in the peninsula. So I stepped back a little bit and said, you know what, I'm going to start diversifying my French, because right now my French are like 99% of them are all in greatcoats, and it's starting to become monotonous. So I've decided to take my French and diversify them a little bit with different patterns and different uniforms throughout the period. And but I don't want to make it such that they don't look right. If I put these guys on the battlefield, they're going to look right. I use the right colors and the right patterns. So there's a little technique that I use on these guys that I think I want to share. Only the regimental officer, the colonel, would have the white pom-pom. The battalion officers, like this guy, would have the unit pom-poms. And so that's what I did with. So basically, when you buy a bag, which I did, I bought a battalion bag where you get 25 figures. I actually got an additional standard bearer, and I'm going to put that standard bearer in maybe another unit, or use them as a standard bearer for another unit. The poles that they provide are extremely hard to cut. I do not believe that they are the proper length. You can use them. They're about 20 millimeters too long. That standard would be way out there, and that's okay, but I wanted to bring it closer into a more realistic length. So I trimmed off 20 millimeters of that standard pole, but that pole, it's hardened steel. I mean, it's like stainless. Your clippers, you're going to damage your clippers unless you've got some really good ones. You could cut it with a saw, but again, you're going to damage your blade on your saw. So just be careful when you're cutting or clipping those. I wish I had our Beverly shears. I would just slice it, whoosh, but I don't. Not anymore, anyway. They do not come with, when you buy them. When you buy front rank standard bearers, or units with standards, they come with the poles, but they don't come with the cap, because they don't know if you're wanting to make a 2nd battalion, a 3rd battalion, or the 1st battalion, so they don't even include that. So I had to go ahead and buy their Eagles pack, which I don't have any problem with doing that. It was only a couple bucks. And then glue the eagle on the 1st battalion, because the 2nd battalion wouldn't have the eagle, as you can kind of see off the camera right there. He's got a blade. Okay, so the technique that I was talking about was, okay, the 1st battalion would have the only one with the white plumes. The rest would have matching plumes for the officer. But the colors on these plumes, okay, those are solid red, obviously. These are yellow, right? And these are all green. And they all have red tips. That's why this is solid red, because it's red with red. That's yellow with red, and that's green with red. Okay, now the only reason why I chose green was because this was just a thing that I decided to do. That's the 1st company's color, because even the light battalions would use the company's colors for their pom-poms. And this company was green, and that looks good. All right, now let me kind of stop this and show you a little bit. You got this guy right here. He's a bugler for the lights. Okay, I thought that was really good. And these guys are my skirmishers, obviously. And then, of course, you got the 2 officers and the 2 standards. Well, I only use 1 standard. And you get the drummer, right? Okay. it looks like we've got an NCO over here, you know, pointing and explaining. Mansplaining. And of course, I've got these magnetic bases that I put my figures on so I can easily manage them when they're not deployed as skirmishers. Great. Okay, now the 2nd Battalion is going to look exactly the same. There is a very small, very small figure variety between the two packs. They're both exactly the same numbered pack, but when I got them, I noticed that the officers' poses were just a little bit different. Like you can see, this guy's sword is over his shoulder, where this guy was pointing. Okay, so there was a couple of, and then the main figures, the I'm going to call them Fusiliers, but that's not what they are. I think they're chasseurs. They have the same poses, but there's some slight differentiation. There are some guys shooting, kneeling and shooting, like this guy's kneeling and shooting, and this guy's reloading. So there is a little bit of variety in the packs. Not a whole lot, but just enough to, when I was washing and cleaning them, I was like, oh my gosh, which bag did I get these out of? Because I did both bags at the same time, and I kind of mixed them up. But that's good. That's fine. You know, I just pick and choose which ones I'm going to use for this unit. Now, this standard pole, I didn't use the Victrix, I didn't use the front rank pole because, again, they're too hard to clip. They're not too hard to clip, they're just extremely hard to clip. And then, but I also have about 20 plus, maybe more, of the Warlord Games pikes, and that's what I use on the 90% of my standards. This is the 2nd Battalion, and if you were to look at the colors of the companies, it goes green, then blue. So what you'll see here is yellow with red tips, red with red tips, of course, so it's just solid red. But then you'll see the blue pom-poms with the red tips. The red tips is going to be the 4th Battalion. Or the 4th Regiment. So when I finally do the 3rd Battalion, I'm either going to do orange or purple with the red tips. That's when I get to that. I don't have another front rank light battalion. I think I'm just going to make either a Warlord, Perry, or a Victrix light battalion and then just paint it up. But what I think I want to do is get another front rank light battalion, because then all 3 of the battalions would have the same type of pom-poms. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, because I don't want to have this 3rd battalion look like it's in trench coats and stuff like that. So that's probably the plan on that one. Yeah, but other than that, the Victrix models, they painted up really easily. It only took me 2 days to do both units, and yeah, I mean, they prime black and then went from there. What do you guys think? I think these guys turned out pretty good. I said I was going to do the chasseurs, but I decided to do the chasseurs applied, which is the footlights, or maybe those are the chasseurs. Okay, Trialiers? I don't remember. All right, so thanks for coming on. Oh, yeah. My next project. I am alternating my Waterloo project with my store. Remember, so like the next group of figures that I do will be for the store, and then I'll come back and do figures for my project. I'm doing a toss-up. I think I'm going to do the NASA or Dutch-Belgian militia or some Hanover. I don't know. I like jumping around. I don't like being. I don't like you know. Baby can't be held down. I don't like to be doing the same figures over and over. I like to alternate, give myself a little variety. I'll do some French. I'll do some Belgian. I'll do some British. But that's the whole reason why I'm into Napoleonics. Really, is the variety. Well, that's one reason why I'm into Napoleonics. It's the variety. All right, guys. Well, I will see you in the next video, which I'm going to be doing. Okay, this is some. If you're watching this video when I put it out, I'm getting ready to, right after this video, record a channel update. And if you're interested in hearing what's going to be happening with my channel, any news, I try to do those monthly, and I would appreciate it if you come out and check those out. And if you want to see any specific unit, or if you want to see me do a specific type of unit, as long as it's in my project list of units to do, I would be glad to do those on camera. So just let me know, and drop it in my comments, or send me a direct message. All right, guys, I will see you in the next update.